I'm going to show you how to replace a shower cartridge. This one is an American standard. The tenant broke the handle off, which in turn breaks the cartridge, so we need to replace it. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So the first thing we do once we get to the shower is, if it hasn't broken off, you need to take this handle off. I just wanted to show you where it was at. But then we take the faceplate off, usually 2 Phillips head screws. And here we have the cartridge and the valve body. So we want to take our flathead screwdriver to the valve body and rotate this a 1/4 turn to turn off the water to the shower, so that water doesn't come spewing out the cartridge. This is very important. And we run the water until it stops in the sink next to the shower, just to make sure that we have succeeded. And with that, finally, water confirmed off, we loosen up the large nut that holds the cartridge in place. Take that off, and then we try pulling it out, but we can't. So I broke it into pieces, which is fine because it's going to be taken out anyway. I finally got it out by getting my needle nose into those little 2 circles and just pulling it out. I did to work it quite hard, but it only took about 5 minutes to get out. So with that out, you can see the new one. It just slides right in. And on the front, you can see it says up. Make sure that's in the up position. Slide that right back in so that the water is in, the handle's in the right spot. And then you just grab that nut and tighten it back down about how tight it was. If that's not tight, water can leak out, so this is very important. And water would have came shooting out of that hole if you hadn't turned the water off. I also turned the water off to the entire unit just for to make double sure that there was going to be no accidents with the water spewing out. So this is the handle, and we need to take the Allen key to get it off, which was the same footage I showed you earlier right here. And then we're going to put the water back on, and we're going to test it just to make sure it works. You can slip the handle just back on, and you can see it works. Cold is cold and hot is hot. So now we can put everything back together and button it up. And I'm just showing you the holes that the 2 screws need to go in. That's kind of a difficult thing to get to, but you get the hang of it after you've done it a couple times. Just put that faceplate back on and tighten down those Phillips head screws. I started them in the holes, just a thread, because you kind of got to move it around and look around to see the other one. One's easy. It's hard to get both in there. And they're tightened down perfect. And this is called the scald guard. It prevents turning the water all the way to hot. So you just slip this off and you adjust it left or right, depending on if you want it to be a higher maximum temperature or lower maximum temperature. And we want it to be just slightly lower, so I adjusted it, I think, to the left, but you can find out just by touch. And in this case, since they broke the handle off and the cartridge broke, we actually have to take this piece off the old one that was stuck to the handle after I removed the handle. And it's just a small Phillips head, and we take that off, and that's what the handle actually, the Allen key actually grips to. So we install that on the new one. This should come with your new part. And then we tighten down the handle with that Allen key that I've mentioned a couple times now. After that's all said and done, just make sure it works and you're good to go. And if you found the information useful in this video, I ask that you please make a donation. The link is in the description via PayPal. I'd really appreciate that if you can. And if not, if you could at least just like this video and consider subscribing to the channel, you'll see all the videos I make.